I have no idea what happened there.
Hi, everybody.
No idea. I clicked to go live, and then it said I wasn't live. And then I clicked on it again, and it said error.
The best part is we were talking.
Right as we were talking, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Because I was seeing how many people were in here, right? And I see people showing up in the chat, and I'm like, what is happening, right? I don't know. But welcome in to a live stream. We're hanging out with Mike Becker, hopefully Panda soon. Maybe I texted him on the.
Imagine that again. I said that last time for those of you that missed it.
Should I call him? I don't really want. If he shows up, he shows up. If not, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, don't pressure the guy.
What's up, Ruben Guzman? What up, dude? Flo Dameron, hello. A couple Burke fan members up in here. Scott, what is up? Your DJ Links, what is going on, man? Yeah, we're gonna show off our haul from our mini con this past weekend. So you were just talking about how you've been to a couple of them before?
Yeah, so I've been to all of the Fountain City mini cons.
Okay.
It started right after I moved to Kansas City. It morphed out of another con called Kansas City Comic Con.
Yeah, so Kansas City Con, and it was just not that long ago. Like I remember seeing stuff about it. Is there still like a regular Kansas City Con?
That group broke apart, and this the two main guys from that went off to do this.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. I will say this. I do like that it's basically like a comic thing. Obviously, there's more things that are like not comics. Like there was a whole bunch of toys there. There was a massage therapist there, or not a massage therapist, a chiropractor.
Yeah.
A couple artists, and then there was a whole artist row and writers and all that stuff, and that was cool. But it was like mostly comic books, and that's cool because like when you go to like the bigger ones, like Planet Con, like I would say like 80% of the stuff there is not comic books, right? You got a whole bunch of toys and cosplay and all.
There's no celebrities, no panels, just dealers, and then they brought in two guys from out of town, and then everybody else was KC local comic talent.
Yeah, and I like that. And honestly, it was kind of busier over the summer when I went, and that's kind of like when the whole market was popping, anyways. But also, no one had anything going on, and there was no sports happening, no school in session, and so. And it was nicer weather too, and I remember it just a whole bunch of people there. I remember
they had more lead-in events for that too. Like the day before, they had Aaron Lepresti was at Phoenix Comics, and what? Because I had lunch with him at Phoenix Comics. We had slaps. I drove to the city and brought it out to Aaron Lepresti in the shop, to everybody at the shop.
Can we talk about how amazing Slaps was?
It was pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. That was my first time having Slaps barbecue, and it was. And I've had Q39, and I've had what is the other one? Joe's.
Q39 is really good, and I would like I like going to that place because it's a place my wife doesn't. It's a barbecue restaurant who my barbecue non-liking wife will go to because she enjoys it. They've got good food.
Hey, what's up, Big Nosh? How's it going? What's that other big one that's like really big? It's not like
Jack Stack, Gates, Arthur Bryant's are like the
is one. Is Arthur Bryant's the one that's in like a gas station?
No, that's Joe's, Kansas City.
Joe's. Okay. I've been to Joe's. I've been to Q39. Now Slaps, and then also the one in the plaza, Jack Stack.
I also recommend Jousting Pigs in Liberty and I still need to try BB's Lawnside. I hear great things.
It's Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah, it was a really good pick. Really, really good pick. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start showing off our stuff here. So you guys saw my video, so I'm gonna wait and let Mike go first. So
okay,
you were there a couple of hours before me, like an hour or two.
Yeah, I had a lot shorter distance to travel. I think it took me 20 minutes to get there. It took you guys.
It took me 2 hours, and I think Panda almost 3.
Yeah, he seemed to be. I went home, showered, and went out to dinner and came home in the time it took Panda to get home.
That's insane. Yeah, we're about to right now. I'm going to make you bigger here.
Alrighty.
Here we go. I'm
big. So this is a sketch I got from Jeff Johnson, who worked on Wonder Man back in the early 90s. He did like the first 8 issues, maybe 9 or 10 issues in the annual. I thought this was really cool. I'm not a huge fan of the paper he used because it's pretty thin, but I think this was a lot of bang for my buck. Absolutely. And it is a really cool looking sketch. But I really liked both the sketches I got. I set both of these up in advance, and it was the 2 artists that aren't from the Kansas City area that the con got. The other one is Scott Collins. Scott is currently working on King Shark limited series, and he also worked on Flash in the past, and he did this Flash for me.
Oh my gosh, so amazing. So amazing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
I'm pretty jealous of that one. So do you mind if I ask you what their prices were?
Oh, yeah. So I ended up tipping both of them $20 because I got comic books signed by them too. And they were both I feel like really delivered on the pieces. This was $100.
That's pretty good.
And then I gave him $20 and he signed my books for free. And then this was $120, and I gave him $140.
That's it?
Or maybe it was $140, and I gave him $160.
That is crazy, dude. I was expecting like $300 for that at least.
No. He was. They both had really friendly prices.
Wow, dude.
And they had an option on Fountain City's Facebook page where you could. They put their contact info for getting a hold of them before the con. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people took advantage of both of these great artists. I didn't see them working a lot during the day. I was kind of sad about that. I thought the crowd turnout for this was pretty light.
It was pretty poor, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it didn't do well.
And that's why I was like, I put in an offer on a book. It was already a great price. And I wasn't like super shocked. I knew he wasn't going to take it, but I was like, man, he might, because the amount of people that were there, it was so low. I was like, man.
And you just look at all the time those dealers put into hauling the books there, setting up the night before, and then the teardown process. To have a bad day like that at a one-day con, it's not good. And I'm a little worried about the future of Fountain City now. Hopefully they learn from this and don't do 2 cons right one after another.
Yeah, they got to do one.
Maybe pick the time of year, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what didn't lead to it. We talked about it at the con. I know I had a few ideas. I thought it was weird that one of their giveaway comics was done by a guy inside, and they didn't like steer kids towards him. He was signing for free. You give every kid got a free King Shark free comic book day comic. And literally you got the guy who did the cover art and the interiors sitting in the back of the hall. Send those kids over. Like get them some business.
They didn't even like offer me to give one in. And I have one at home. I just forgot it. You know what I mean? And I would have loved another copy to get it signed, But
yeah, I just wish they would have done a little better. I did buy 2 comics. There was a guy that had a bin of $10 comics, and I was like, well, I have $20 burning a hole in my pocket, so I picked 2 books out that I liked. The first is Detective Comics 447. I'm a big Creeper fan, and I'm also 90% sure I already own this comic.
Freaking nice.
And then a classic Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing cover issue.
I remember you pulling that out.
I think I even looked at you and I was like, ooh, yeah, I need this.
Did you get the DD? There was a Daredevil. There was a Daredevil I felt like you were looking at there.
Yeah, I ended up passing on because I already had it.
Okay. That Flash is sick. It is sick. It is sick. I didn't realize the price was so good on that. That's great, dude.
Yeah. It wasn't expensive. I didn't think. I've spent a lot more on art, so sometime I'll tell you about the C2E2 where I spent $1,600 in the first 10 minutes. So then next up, I'm sorry, I just stopped talking. Hellcop, variant cover, Jeff Edwards, who I introduced Burke and Panda to. Jeff Edwards is an incredibly sweet, awesome guy. And he is currently an artist on a book for Top Cow Image called Siphon that just got renewed for a second. I guess they're doing like seasons with that one. And his artwork solid. He's worked for IBU. I think he's also done some stuff for Boom.
Flex on him, Mike.
No, not at all. It's just, I mean, I'm the one who spent too much money at that con. Anyway, I also got some books signed.
Yeah, let's see it.
So Jeff Johnson signed my Wonder Man annual. These were all books I already owned. I just dug them out. Wonder Man #1.
Nice.
And then Wonder Man #7. And this was the first issue. I bought this off the rack in probably, 1992. It was part of Operation Galactic Storm. It was the first comic event that I went all in. Young Mike Becker went all in on and got every tie-in. And then it led to me end up collecting Wonder Man. And I think part of the reason that convinced me to go all in on Operation Galactic Storm was because Rick Jones was a big part of it.
Love it.
I'm a Rick Jones fan. The fact that he was left out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a crime.
Oh, yeah.
Then we've got Scott Collins signed this for me.
And that's a first appearance. People don't know.
It is. He signed this one somewhere also. Where did he sign that one at? Oh, it's down in here. You can't really see it.
I see it. Yep. So the first flash that Scott Collins signed, that is the first Zoom. And then that's the really classic cover of Zoom and Wally going at it.
Rick Jones and No Harry. I hear you, man. It makes me angry. Rick Jones was the sidekick to the Hulk. He's the reason the Hulk got his powers. Bruce Banner went to get Rick Jones out of the way. Then if that wasn't enough, Rick Jones goes on to become everybody's sidekick. He becomes the second Bucky. He formed the Avengers with the Youth Brigade to combat Loki. And so he's in Avengers #1. He assembles the Avengers. He becomes an early sidekick to the returning Captain America and becomes the second Bucky for a short amount of time. He then goes to space and becomes the sidekick of Captain Marvel. And then he ends up becoming the sidekick to Ron the Space Knight. My gosh, how do you leave that guy?
Becomes Captain Marvel.
Well, he would float around in the Nega Zone and share space with Captain Marvel. So Rick would bang the Nega bands, and Captain Marvel would appear from the negative zone, and then Rick would go back and take his place in the negative zone until Captain Marvel would clang the bands again. And then I also had Scott Collins sign this. This is from the early 90s.
Dude, you got some good covers. I would have had him.
They were called the Nega Bands. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad you fixed that, Mark, because I was about to jump all over it.
I would have had him sign my Flash 199 because my 197 is already graded. It's a 9.4 and it should be a 9.8. So I'm thinking about cracking it and getting it resubmitted. But the funny thing about Hulk movies is both are kind of failures and no execution was like, maybe we should include Rick Jones. Honestly, I like the Edward Norton Hulk movie. I thought that was a pretty good.
Well, that makes one of us, Burke.
Well, I usually have hot takes when it comes to comics and movies, so I'm not surprised that we like different things. Now, we can also debate Jimmy Olsen, how they treated Jimmy Olsen in the DC universe and Batman v Superman. So he was in there for like 5 seconds, and not even like a true iteration of Jimmy Olsen. So
yeah. I also wanted to just take one more opportunity. If people haven't heard of Jeff Edwards, please go check him out. That guy was super nice, don't you think, Steve? I mean, honestly, I'm friends with the guy, so I'm biased.
I'd never met him before until then, and I thought he was pretty cool. I don't know anything really about him other than what he said, but he seemed cool, and his art looked really, really good. In fact, I can even pull up some of his stuff really quickly. But yeah, I thought he was real cool, and he was a friend of yours. I'll pull up his art real quick. You got anything else you want to show off before I do that?
The only other thing I've gotten recently is Friday I had this arrive. And this is a sketch cover I got from Ken Lashley. And he did this Batman on a Batman Detective blank.
That is amazing, dude.
And he accepts payments in Canadian. So it's like, my money goes even further.
Heck yeah, it does. The Hulk movie is never told correctly. It's sad. When Hulk movies are made, the larger audience who knows nothing of Hulk's history are being lied to. I wouldn't argue that, but I don't know very much about Hulk either. So, if I'm being completely honest.
I just wish they would have found a way to include Rick Jones, but they didn't really need him for the Avengers movie because Coulson kind of served the role, or S.H.I.E.L.D. did, by assembling them. And I guess the idea of a bunch of kids forming the Avengers with ham radios is probably outdated at this point.
Yeah. Well, check this out.
I still get hype.
What is up, brother?
What is going on? It's going, man. Yeah, I know. I fell asleep. My wife was asleep, and I was in bed.
I called it. I was like, I bet he's asleep. It's not a big deal, man. Don't worry about it. Not worry about it at all. Not worry about it at all.
What is going on, guys?
He just got done showing off his haul. It was pretty good. I'm not going to
talked about slaps. We talked about Jeff Edwards. We talked about I showed off those sketches I got and the comics I picked up.
And we were talking about the
Jeff Edwards. Look at that.
He got one too, but Panda got his personalized.
Yeah. I mean, I just met the guy and I was like, man, I have to get something to memorize that. And he put two
He's
Panda.
Cool, man.
Thanks so much, bro. Yeah, he was really cool. I can't wait to talk to that guy because he just seems like such a wealth of knowledge and just the experiences that he's gotten through, doing a lot of this stuff. Oh, man, like, it's just amazing.
He's living the dream right now.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
He's been hitting some pretty big cons over the last 6 years. He went and he does Baltimore Comic-Con a lot. And
that's just insane. That's just insane right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Great cover.
That's crazy.
And that's a pretty decent remark, too.
And this is insanely good.
Man, yeah. When he told me to get onto his IG to look at that, I was like, no.
That's insane.
And that isn't that the piece that got him to work with IDW?
I think it was. I think that's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what started his relationship there with IDW.
I mean, just look at that. That's just insane, right? Like,
wow. Oh,
my goodness.
Just his attention to detail with like machinery is just amazing. Like I'm looking at this helicopter and like a lot of the detail is coming through in the actual, like, how do you the letters of the helicopter itself,
and it looks just like the
Doom. Yeah.
Doom, yeah.
And just the level of detail that comes into something like that. I think that's really cool. What I thought was really cool was the people over at Hogjaw, right? That's
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I forgot the guy's name, but his wife Christine, they were an amazing team out there, and even one of their daughters was dressed up as Lady in Red. but he does all the COAs, and all the COAs look different, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that one. It's pretty
very
big,
cool.
Yeah.
No, I thought they had a cool booth, cool people.
Mm-hmm.
I wish somebody would have said that Jeff was going to be there. I know the guy, and I didn't know he was going to be there.
Oh, well, seeing as how I'm already showing off stuff, let me go ahead and show off.
Yeah, do it.
So another person that was there was Brian Silverbacks. Now, I had actually been following Brian Silverbacks on Instagram for a good while. And so when I got to meet him, Christine was actually the one that had to introduce me, just because, like when I meet people that I know and I have been following for a while, it's just like I get kind of starstruck. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I can't begin to tell you like how nervous I was meeting Burke for the first time. Like, just because I knew him and, like we've been interacting. And even though that we've been doing this Thursday night chat for a while, like still meeting him in person, like really got me, like really nervous. And
really,
I mean, yeah. And just like, and after talking with Steve for, when we first saw each other, it was just like, we had known each other forever. And so it just made that much. Yeah.
It felt like all the conversations we had on Instagram were just like in person. For sure.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that first meeting because of what happened while we were there. And so with the lady.
What do you mean? What happened?
The lady at
Spangles,
like coming in and talking like 5 times.
Yeah, she was definitely obsessed. What up, Sam? But yeah, so Brian Silverbacks was there, and he was a great guy to talk to. He ended up giving me a free copy of Loggerhead. Nice. So if you guys remember, a while ago, there was a contest that was going on that Two Brothers was a part of as well, with people turning in artwork for Loggerhead. But Brian Silverbacks actually did a cover for it as well. He's part of that whole team over at Loggerhead, right?
It says his name on the bottom.
Yeah. So I think that he actually did a lot. I think
that's his book.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this is a book, right? Like that. Mm-hmm. And Terraforma. Is that the one? Either way, the one that really, really got me was this actual cover, because the night before I was watching DJ Lynx, and he was talking about Biggie covers, and Biggie's like one of my favorite artists of all time. And so when I saw that Javen Jordan had done a I can't remember what con exclusive it was, but he had done one, and it was the Life After Death album. And I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And I remember seeing this online and not being, like I forgot to grab it or anything like that. But when I finally saw it, it was that Ready to Die, which you can see it says Ready to Lie.
That's amazing.
And even the COA on the back, look at that. This is copy number 32 of 400.
Hogjaw does some really cool COAs.
Oh, for sure.
And Brian Silverbacks was actually able to put To My Friend Panda being really big like that, and then he signed it. I thought that was so cool.
Personalized.
This is absolutely one of my favorite covers, just because Ready to Die, that album, when I first heard it, like I was blown away. You got things like Juicy, you got things like, it just Hypnotized. Like you can't get any like more classic than those kind of songs, you know what I mean? So it was, oh, there you go. It says Filipino or Philippines right on the lid there, Sam. Nice. So there you go. But yeah, I actually got one more thing from those guys, and it was actually something that I had gotten last time I was there for that last Fountain City Comic-Con that we went to in June. I actually got a 9.8 Department of Truth #1, and they had another one. And the guys, they gave me the same insane deal for this one. So now I actually have 2 of them now, thanks to those guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome, dude. I agree. Nice pickups for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's all I got.
I think they probably got that probably for the price that they get all their books for, which from what I understand is usually around half prices. If it's a $3.99 book, the dealers pay $2. So they probably got that book for $2, and then they graded it for $30, and so they're still making a decent amount of money on that book.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're making a customer happy, and that's the most important thing for sure.
Yeah, I had a really positive interaction with their booth. I thought they were cool. I'd seen them before. I think they were at Planet, and I saw them there. Okay. And yeah, I didn't buy anything from them at Planet, but I'll definitely swing by their booth every time now.
I like to just go by all the booths and talk to everyone, and I had a great time with all the people for sure. And I guess it's my turn to show off my stuff, and I can talk about all of these. So what's really funny is I went around and we were all wearing the Burke fam shirts, and basically everyone that I saw was like, not everyone I saw, but like a handful of people that I saw were like, hey, I watch your videos, I've seen you before. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate anyone who ever watches my videos, and it makes me even feel cooler when I say that, they recognize me and all that. And one of the people that did was at one of the booths that I got a book from at the end. And he's like, I'm sorry about my comment on your video. I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it. Because he was saying on one of the videos that this book is already at a really high price and it's in your top 10 of books to invest in. I'm like, well, I remember when Ultimate Fallout 4, when it started to go up, and I said you should invest in this book at $700 in a 9.8, and then it got all the way up to $3,000 in a 9.8. So you never know. A good book could go up. And I was like, either way, I just appreciate you watching. But anyways, I got this book from their booth, and this is Batman 357, First Jason Todd and Killer Croc. Now, you got that big old crease in the middle.
Is it a sub crease or is that just a crease?
No, it's like a kid, folded it and put it in their back pocket,
Right.
But, and there's a couple of spine ticks, but and there's a little thing on the bottom. But honestly,
it's a sub crease, right? A sub crease would be straight down the middle.
This is not right down the middle, though.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying is that a sub crease would be right down the middle like that. So this is definitely owned and loved by somebody that got that straight off the rack like that. Because nobody puts comic books like that in their back pocket anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. It's definitely from someone who bought it off the rack, like you said, for sure. And they loved it and everything, and that's why there's a couple spine ticks. But honestly, like even in its current condition, I'd still put it, mid-grade. I got this for $40 is what I offered them, and that's what they took.
Flo, you are not kidding, man. Every time he was looking through a box, he was just like, "Ooh, Burke Daddy likes that. Burke Daddy likes this."
See, I actually disagree. Burke doesn't speak for himself at cons. Panda pretty much does. He's like the ultimate hype. He's like the ultimate hype man.
He really is. He really is.
Like, you know who this guy is?
And Mike, he tries to make every connection. Like there was this guy that was a teacher. He goes, "Oh, that's funny. Steve's a teacher too. Burke is a teacher too."
Yeah, I met that guy at the previous Fountain City. We had to load up a big trailer of comics. I was helping my friend liquidate his comic store, and we were there the night before the con and unloading like a trailer of comics, and that dude bought them all.
It only takes
one. The middle school geek guy.
Yeah. So we had to drive to Lawrence and drop all those comics off. That's how I knew.
I wish he would have taken that deal on that DC conference.
I was trying to help you out, make that connection.
I was trying so hard, man, but I just didn't have the dough at the time, and I want that book still, obviously. Okay, so that was the first book I got, mid-grade. That's not the first book I got. That was actually one of the last books I got. This book I actually got from this was like from Up Comics. He was another guy who said he watched my channel before. There's a little bit of color rub on the spine, but honestly, like if that could come out with a clean, it could probably get a 9.8. This is Go-Go Power Rangers number 8, the second
The
printing.
second print. Oh,
So this is
love that.
I had the first print, obviously, and it's the first appearance of the Ranger Slayer, and second print you get the first cover appearance as well. And I got this for $20, so I did pretty good on that. I felt like, and I've been wanting one of these for a while, and $20 was the right price, even with the color rub. And you don't ever see these like anywhere. Like I haven't seen one in a while, like since it came out. Like I remember it coming out and me passing on it, you know, and then wishing I would have bought it, but I'm glad I did. Glad I did. Burke don't like that deal. Burke haggling. Dude, I try, man. Like everything's negotiable. Everything's negotiable. So I always do my best. If there's a deal, I always try to get a better deal. So okay. This book I did not make a deal on. It was already at an insane price because of the condition. But this is going to go in next month's Burke box, and this is Shazam #1. So it's already low grade, but I mean it's a Shazam #1. And if you watched Tom's video that he put out like earlier today from Key Collector, it was in the honorable mentions. So I don't think this is a double cover though, like that one is in that book. Yeah, it's not. But still, got this for a good price. I don't want to say the price on that one just because it's going in the Burke box. So this one was actually the very last book that I bought. It was priced at $20, which according to eBay is already like lower than what people are asking for on eBay. I see it every time I hold my copy. What? What is
he talking about the Go Power Rangers. When you said it's not a copy or it's a book you don't see a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So I wish I would have bought it earlier, but whatever. Okay, so this book was already priced at $20, and which is way below what people are asking for on eBay. But I had just $15 in cash left. I'm sure they would have taken card. But I was like, would you take $15 for this? This is all I got left. And it's usually when dealers are like, okay. And they did. It was the Hogjaw people, and they took $15 for this Department of Truth #10 variant of the.
I mean, I want to make fun of you for getting them down $5 like that, but I got into the con for free, and it was only a $5 con. So,
so there you go. This is that Swamp Thing homage, right? What is it? Swamp Thing. What number is that?
House of Secrets.
Sorry, that's what it is. House of Secrets. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, that cover that you got is freaking sweet.
This one right here?
Yes. That was definitely one that I wish I would have picked up. But at that point, I was like, I've already spent so much with Hogjaw right now. Like, I know I could get in touch with them if I needed another one.
For sure.
And I'll throw them the Burke and give them 15 for it. So
Later, Nosh. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Seriously.
See you, Nosh.
Night, Nosh.
Sold mine. Now you need the Hyperforce variant for Go-Go. It's sick. Oh, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to take a look at that. Okay. This was a guy that had his own little table, and he was saying hi to everyone, and not that many, like no one was coming over and talking to him. And so I went over and talked to him. He was a really nice guy, and it was a book that he's doing a Kickstarter on. This is called Black Spartans. It's like an anime comic, and it's in the video. You'll see him in the video. But he wrote it. His name is Brandon, and we'll take that sleeve shirt off for 15 cash. Oh my goodness gracious! No, they did not. But I would love a Sentai too if you're willing to part with one. Is a no, you have one. But yeah, this is Black Spartans #1, and they're trying to make they got the whole thing paid for. Now they want to do a Kickstarter for issue 2. But I got one, and I had him sign it. I think he signed it in pen.
Did you get him down to $3?
No. He said, I was like, how much is it? He said $5. I'm like, cool. I'll buy one.
Retail.
And I asked him about it. So I wanted to hear about it, you know, and it was cool. It was cool. It was nice talking to him. I was like supporting those people that, you know, they're putting herself out there, getting a booth at a little convention. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not my forte. You're right. But there's an anime club at my school. And then we have another book, and then I have some art that I wanted to show off. And I mean, if you saw my video, you've already seen this, but this is, I need to send this to CGC like tomorrow because of the cutoff date. This is the Dark Knight Returns #1 foil edition. And I actually got this from Becker because his friend owns a shop or something, right?
Yep.
And he was working at it at Planet Con, and I wish I would have bought it. And then I saw Frank Miller was doing an in-house signing at CGC, and his friend picked out a really, really crisp copy. And we actually got it for less than this, right?
Oh, yeah. So, and then I gave it to you, but then Burke, he won't let you do something nice for him, so he takes you out to lunch.
But it was so good. It was so good. And you gave me a rib. You gave me a bone, and it was I'll be honest, the ribs were the best part.
Threw him a bone.
Oh, that's because you didn't. Did you have the burn ends?
I did have the burn ends. Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of burn ends.
Oh, they were so good.
But
yeah, you can go after yourself. Those meat marshmallows were awesome.
But I like the rib more. Anyways, I'm gonna send this in to the Frank Miller signing. I should probably send that in tomorrow. And that was my comic haul, and then I have one more thing that I got. So my daughter told me that she wanted me to get her something because she went to the last Fountain City with me when Panda was there with his kids as well. And I said, "What do you want?" And of course, she says she wants a toy and this and that. I'm like, "Well, you got enough toys and stuffed animals from the last two cons," because she went to the con on Sunday at Planet Con. You didn't get to see her, Becker. But
no, I cut out of there early.
So I was like, what can I get her? And I saw this lady was doing caricatures with people turning them into superheroes. And I was like, hey, can you do one off of like a picture on your phone? She goes, yeah, sure. And I said, well, here's a picture. So I sent it to her, and I asked her to do it as Batgirl. And we got my daughter, Aria, as Batgirl, of course, in the purple suit.
That's really cool.
I thought it turned out really, really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not gonna lie. So, and this was $30, and then the bag and the board with it was another $5. So, all in all, I spent $35 on this full color caricature of my daughter, which I need to go get a frame for. But it's like a really odd size, 11 by 14 and a quarter. So, I'll have to go on Amazon to see if I can find anything. But that's my haul. I spent right around $150 for all of that stuff, and then
here's that Hyperforce cover that
I've seen that
Mark was talking about. I know I've seen it before too.
I've seen it before, but I don't know if I've seen it in the wild. But that's an insane cover.
It is. That is definitely one that I would like.
It is clean. Pork belly burnt ends are the best.
Oh, they are good. It's basically like glazed bacon.
Mike is about
at the place I go.
Mike is about to say he got David Finch did a piece of his wife. What?
No, he's gonna say he thinks like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I had David Finch do this portrait of my wife or something.
Oh,
no, I didn't do that. He thinks I'm flexing on everybody. I'm not. I just like art.
You were debating on like this $400 like OA.
Yeah, there was a $380. I was gonna have Burke talk the guy down though. Scott Collins had a King Shark, his artwork from King Shark.
Yep.
And there was a really cool $380 page. And I thought about going over there. I really did. I was going to offer him less than that. And I thought I could kind of get away with it just because, we've mentioned there wasn't a great turnout. And I think some of those artists, especially, like Scott Collins, the guy flew on a plane to get there. So kind of a disappointment when your stuff's not selling.
Did you guys already talk? Yeah, did you guys talk about how big of a missed opportunity Fountain City had with Scott Collins like that?
About the free comics.
Yeah,
and there was just a lot of little things that I feel like
handed one to every single person and say Scott Collins is here, go get him signed.
When we left, there was still a couple hundred up front. Remember when we walked by, there were just hundreds of them.
Yeah, they should have told everyone because I didn't bring mine, and I would have definitely got mine signed. It is an awesome caricature, and okay. So let me pull it up really quickly. I don't know her name, but I got the website pulled up, and she looks exactly like this little picture right here. She's got purple hair.
Oh, she was a fun bundle of joy. Just seeing
she really was
her characters.
Yeah,
she was so nice.
there.
She was
her name is
nice.
Ari. Oh, that's cool. Nice. And then here's some examples. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So she did an excellent job on mine. So she can do studio ones too. So if you want to hit her up, it's drawlikecrazy.net. Let's see if I can go back and there we go. I'll get this link put into the chat. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah. It was seriously a lot of fun just hanging out with you guys. I think
it was.
For me, these cons like this, the highlight, is definitely getting to hang out with you guys, like for real.
I agree.
Everything was fun, but just like going out to Slaps, having that car ride, even the conversation that we had going through, like, yes. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun just BSing with you guys. That was probably my highlight of the whole con, was like just being inside Becker's car, just talking.
We
crazy,
talked a lot
crazy guy yelling, and Steve being like, "This isn't a good neighborhood."
Yeah.
Well, I looked at Becker, and like any other normal person would have been like, "Do I need to turn around?" Because I'm not. Because
that's what she said. Like, Payne just looks at me. He's like, "Do I need to turn around?" I was like, "Nah, it's fine."
Yeah, it's just not even worried.
And then right after that, I said, "This is a terrible neighborhood."
You were right, Becker. I was like, "No, it's not terrible. That's just the city, man."
Oh shit! Yeah, this guy walked by and said something.
He was yelling at himself.
He was, and there was wasn't there a person
from small town feels so.
We talked about a lot of stuff in the car.
Yeah.
We all felt how full we were right after.
Dude, that was ridiculous. So I could have taken a nap before we pulled out of that parking lot.
Dude, by the time I left, like I had to go to QT, and I showed you, or I took that picture, like while I was pumping gas, I had to take off my belt. I was like, this is excruciating at this point. I have to.
I know people that have to like unzip and unbutton and whatnot.
I went out to dinner a few hours after we all parted ways, and I just got a small salad. I was like, nah, I'm good for the day.
Oh, right. That's hilarious.
And then too many drinks.
Oh, did you really have to? What do you drink? Are you a beer guy? Liquor?
So I was getting into the gin Saturday night. I started with it was like, so there's a local distillery called Tomstown. I'll take you guys down there sometime. It's actually right by Planet. So if you both come to Planet, we can go out to dinner there. And they make their own booze, and there's a lot of history to the building. Like it served a lot of purpose during the bootlegging days. And a local corrupt politician secretly owned it, named Tom Pendergast. And anyway, they have Tomstown gin. And I had I can't remember my first drink. I think it was called the Tom Pendergast at the restaurant I was at. And then after that, I just switched to G&Ts.
Nice.
I was just about to ask.
Oh, Flo was talking to me, man.
Yeah, he was about all your freaking art and whatnot. Yeah, heck yeah.
It's over a long period of time, Flo. Just takes a while.
It does. Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll probably get out of here in just like a couple minutes. What do you guys got going on this week? You guys doing anything cool?
Panda? Nothing. I'm gonna go do some dollar bin diving on Saturday. Elite Comics in Overland Park. Rented a convention center, and they have $50,000 bin comics. So I'm going to look at all those comics. Come to the town, Panda. I'll take you out to dinner. I know it's 3 hours, so you can't.
Right. 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. I'm just
in the day before
drive to
Halloween.
Kansas City.
They had it on the absolute worst weekend possible.
Yeah, they're doing it for Halloween Fest. I think the only artist I've heard of that's going to be there is Ryan Kincaid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me go get my dirty books.
That's actually pretty cool.
I was going to say, isn't he like the king of the booby books?
Yeah, he is.
A lot of naughty and nice and stuff like that.
He's that, and then
but he can draw. He can draw the female figure for sure.
He did a Superman sketch for my friend Michael, and
keep it on
brand. He had to correct himself.
Well, because like it's funny. What's his face? Jeff Edwards was like to you guys. He's kind of looking at me with the Beckerman stuff, and I was like, well, that's what they call me.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think he's ever heard the rant. He just calls me Bex.
That's hilarious,
Bex. I loved when he called you Bex like that. I was like, oh, he's got his own little nickname for him. That's so crazy. And then I was like, Bex, Panda, and then a-hole over there.
You did say those exact words.
Yeah. Because everybody already knows who you are in that place. I'm pretty sure I shouted it.
Do you know who this is?
Oh, yeah. So you guys, we were leaving at basically the same time, but I stopped by the bathroom for like the billionth time. And,
dude, you kept wrecking that thing.
Destroyed it.
I walked by them and they didn't see me coming. And I walked by and I say, do you know who I am? I thought I was so funny.
At this point, you're stinky bathroom guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Jonathan, I'm sorry. I broke kayfabe for a minute.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, shit.
But yeah, so I'm going to go to that and do some dollar bin diving.
Let me know if there's any good prices on Brave and Bold 28, which would be way crazy high anyways. I'll text you the list.
Yeah, just text me what you're looking to pay for it, and I'll see what I can do.
And I probably not though. I should just go, but the thing is, there's a K-State home football game, and I ain't missing that. So
I was gonna say, do you go to all the K-State games?
All the home games, yeah, except for last year during.
So you have season tickets, I would guess.
Yeah, so my family has season tickets, and also I know someone that owns a radio station, and he gets me press passes, but they've been limited this year. So a couple of games sit in the press box, other couple of games sit in the stands. But yeah, I've missed outside of last year. I missed 4 games in 13 years. So 13 home games. Well, 13 seasons at home. 4 games.
See, now I understand the mess that you left in Becker's car, man. That I understand now after hearing about all this.
Oh, wow. I know what you're talking about. They were making fun of me because I was so excited after K-State won on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. He was ready to go nuts in the backseat. He was getting – well, first of all, Panda high roads him and it's like shotgun, like takes the front seat. It's like, fuck Burke. Yes. It wasn't you. I suck. My mom was right. I am a loser.
Oh yes. I'm so
but yeah, he's at the front, and I'm like, well, there's. I was like, well, I guess I'll sit in the back, but I guess there's a case to be made for which one of us is the biggest. We're all 3 big dudes. We're all big dudes.
You're just tall. Becker and I are the big dudes.
Yeah, we've been over this.
I'm big.
You are not fat.
You're
fake fat.
Right.
You're like skipping 1 meal for a week, and you're back into where you should be.
No.
Panda and I have to make serious life choices to get to where you're at.
I know, right? And I don't know if I'm willing to go through that work, man.
No,
I think I'm good with just doing the whole rock out of my car thing.
Are you kidding me? I have to give myself a pep talk.
I'll tell you what, you guys in the car right after lunch, when you guys are like, Ooh, I'm sweaty.
We had the meat sweats, man.
Oh, you guys were like out of breath, just sitting there.
I mean, we had about 45 steps from where we were sitting to where we got into the car. That was way too much for us. So.
We, trudging out the way we did, we wearing a shirt because we were both wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, you guys were.
We looked like you couldn't afford like good Samoan bodyguards, so you got like the bargain version.
You got the Dollar Tree versions.
Oh my God.
When you order your Samoan bodyguards from Wish.
Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. And both of you guys did the same little pointing at me in the picture.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Becker was doing that. So when I saw the picture, I was like, yes! Like, oh, it was so perfect.
I just knew, man.
And I was like, okay, so what do I use as a thumbnail? I'm like, wait a second. I'll use that picture and I'll just take out the slaps and I'll just put that in there. And I was like, works perfect, right?
Looks like great.
So
Nosh, what Hulk movies is he talking about?
Loved them.
We talked about the Hulk movies before you showed.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I like
which Hulk movies.
Burke likes the Edward Norton one.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I like the Edward Norton one. I do not like Hulk and Endgame.
The Eric Bana one. The Eric Bana one was bad.
I haven't seen it.
Art film.
After seeing his Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like I was kind of excited for that Eric Bana one, and then you see it and you're just like,
yeah, Ang Lee did not need to make a Marvel movie,
right? And I think he just missed the mark on the whole thing. Like he was trying to go really deep with it when he didn't have to. Like that
wasn't he only the Hulk in the movie for like 20 minutes? For most of it was if that. It's like people want to see the Hulk. They don't want to see Bruce Banner have existential dilemmas. Like, stop what you're doing.
It was too much just filler story, right? I'm imagining. Is that what it was? Just like too much backstory?
It's just a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Nosh, that scares me. I'm not even going to lie. That comment you just made actually scares the living daylight out of me because, like, I've got asthma and I know this dude is going to work us out. Like, and I'm pretty sure
I'm going to pull a muscle.
Oh, yeah.
That's the type of guy I am. Like it's going to take me about a month to get into shape. To get
I'm going
to
cramp up right walking up to the session with Nosh. Like that's how. Like
I sweat while I eat. Does that count?
I have heart palpitations eating cereal, so it's just.
Oh my god!
You should see me eating cereal. It's just.
Is it fruity?
You got to come up for air.
Is it fruity pebbles?
No, it's Cocoa Pebbles. You got to believe that.
Oh, Cocoa Pebbles. That's what's up. That's what's
hey,
up.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I think Dave is going to a con this weekend, right?
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Which one?
Goes to,
I think it's Denver Fan Expo.
That's not this week, is it?
I think so.
Colorado Springs, maybe.
No, Denver Fan Expo.
No, it's Denver,
It's in 2 days.
Okay.
2 days, 13 hours, 3 days. It's in 3 days. So.
And Chris, I've been doing minimal effort for a long time, and it is not working.
Go to it, man. Go to it. He also went to.
Can we just hang out without having to actually work out? Because I would love to hang out with you, Nosh. I just don't know if I need 50-pound dumbbells, on each hand to try and keep up. So
I have family that lives in Oregon, and I know you're a West Coast guy. So if I ever go up there and visit them in the next year or two, maybe we can hang out. I don't know. That might be too far of a drive, but let me know. They live in Hillsboro, Oregon. So there you go.
Nice. Next time you go there, you got to also check up Jason. Slot it up, man.
Oh, well, I will definitely check out Jason. And then if Bueller's around, I'll check out Bueller as well.
And Oregon Wine, he's up there too, isn't he?
Oregon Wine, yeah, Brett.
Yeah,
we'll check him out.
which he had the
I'll find him walking
thing.
his dog late at night because that's what he does every day. Well, he pulls us up. Oh, what does he say? Another sausage fest on the Burke Fam show every Thursday. I love my 50-pound dumbbells. Yes. You know what my mom said to me? So I got workout equipment in my garage, and we went to the K-State game recently, and she came over like a day or two before, and we were driving to the K-State game 2 days after, and she goes, you know, when I was at your house the other day, I saw a lot of dust on your workout equipment. It doesn't look like it's gotten used in a while. And I'm like, dang, Mom, really? Really? So that's my family. That's my family.
So I'm looking over Denver's guest list.
No, not doing that. Yeah?
Dave, if you are going, I might need to talk to you. There's an artist I've been trying to get for a while.
Artist?
Yeah.
Why don't I just share screen and we'll take a look together and then we'll get out of here. Okay, sounds good. He's actually got to work. Let's see here. Oh, where's the list at? Where do I go?
Go to guess.
You didn't have to say it so condescending like that, okay?
I really did.
Goodness gracious. You're something.
Hey, it's just like the other day when I was asking you for the Geminis. I was just like, what website do I go to? You're like, Gemini.com?
Yes, yeah. And you're like, what's a website? I said, and you even said something mean to me back. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't Google something.
Wait a second. What is this first hour and stuff? I got to work out for more than an hour?
Hell no. No. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to send you a link later, Nosh, to a video I posted on my YouTube channel where I did the Murph workout a year and a half ago. You might be proud of me. Jay Lee is gonna be there. Peter Tomasi, that's awesome. Have I gone past your person yet?
Yeah, Alex Saviak.
Oh.
It just never works out for me.
Legendary Spider-Man artist.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything from him. Might have some Jay Lee.
Scott Hepburn's cool too. Bob McLeod. I mean, this is pretty stacked for being COVID. Mike Grell, awesome guy. Tony Harris, Starman. Come on.
Really? Starman.
I hate doing it. Mark always leads me to that one, but
hey, Greg Horn is going to be there. That's awesome.
Yeah, Howard Mackey, some great talent, comic creators. Howard Mackey's a writer. Joe Rubenstein,
nice.
That guy's inked like everybody.
Rubenstein, yep, there you go. Nice. Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah, it's legit.
Jeremy Clark, nice.
Good artist.
There's some good ones, man. Ryan Kincaid. Yeah, there we were just talking about him.
Yeah, we were. Oh, Mo's going to be there.
Whoa, look at that one by Tone Rodriguez.
Greg Capullo and
That's
Kyle Higgins.
Skeletor?
Nice. What's that?
Tone Rodriguez.
Right there. Yeah, Tone Rodriguez. Go up one. There you go. That Skeletor's dope, man.
That is dope.
I love how they have Tone Rodriguez's little resume in 4 comics there, and it doesn't mention Stray Dogs.
Oh wow. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be cool.
Like one of the most popular indie comics of the year, but who cares?
Right.
He's just the anchor.
Hey, I appreciate you, Robert, for stopping in, man. Seriously. Robert is a great community member and supporter of everyone. He's a great guy. Tomase is awesome. He signed a challenge with Super Sons 1 for my son at NYCC. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome.
That's cool.
Thursday night chat is coming up. in 2 days. I think we're reviewing House of Slaughter 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to try Moon Knight, maybe. And I forgot what the third one was.
Wait a second. That's this weekend, and it says Ryan Kincaid's going to be there at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that this weekend, Sunday?
So he might only be there for a couple of days.
Because he's going to be at Halloween Fest here in KC on Saturday.
Is he?
Yeah. Did he double book himself?
Yeah, he's probably doing one day here, one day there.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Yeah, they just have him listed on there, but they don't say what day he's
honestly,
there, right?
I mean, Denver to KC, that's a quick flight.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a straight flight right there.
Yeah.
So where is the website that tells you who all is going to be there?
At what?
Well, I think I found it, actually.
At Halloween Fest? It's just been on Williams' Facebook, Elite Comics.
Attendees?
Well, see, when you said Williams, I was like, Freddie E. Williams?
No, but
is he going to be there?
No.
What? He's a KC
none of the local guys have been doing stuff like that. Like Scotty Young isn't going to do it because I went to Halloween Fest in 2019. They didn't do it last year, obviously, but I went in 2019 and Scotty Young was there. I don't think Freddie was, but who else was? Jason Aaron. Okay. Jason Aaron and Scotty, nice. They always support William. Like if you go to Elite Comics in Overland Park and just look through the books, like Jason Aaron will just randomly show up at the shop to pick up his pole, and he'll just, if there's any book of his on the rack for that day, he'll just sign them all. Like I went to pick up a Valkyrie a while back, and I looked at it and I was like, wait, this is signed? He's like, yeah, he did it to all of them.
Yeah, he did it to all of them.
So you literally didn't have a choice. If you wanted a Jane Foster Valkyrie, it was coming signed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that's still really cool. Like just to have something like that.
I live in Missouri. To the person that.
Oh, Nicholas, yeah. Burke and I are both in Kansas, and Becker's in Missouri.
We're all in major cities. Manhattan, Kansas. That's a joke for us.
Yeah, that's like the metropolitan center of the state there. I thought Wichita was the capital until a few months ago.
Yeah, you did. That is hilarious. There's actually a Manhattan Metro. Like for people that don't know, so it's actually Manhattan, Junction City, Wamego, St. George, which is actually where I live, and then Fort Riley and Ogden is all considered the Manhattan Metro, which is crazy, but whatever.
And then Wichita, Panda, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a Native American word for trailer park, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard
that's why I love this city.
Oh, he does. And I've been up there multiple times actually to Wichita. Mm-hmm. There's some pretty good shops up there.
I heard that joke on the radio this morning, and I was like, I'm going to tell that to Panda.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Native American influences around Wichita, especially with the Trail of Tears coming through, and a lot of our streets are named after lots of Native American people and their tribes and stuff like that. Like my friend lived on Tanaha. I've never heard of what a Tanaha is, and I've never, it was just like, that's so crazy to see all the Native American influences. Like me and my wife, we got engaged, and I asked her to marry me at the Keeper of the Plains, which is something that's here, and so that's one of our favorite spots to go to, and so.
I definitely need to get out there then, because I'm interested in all of that.
So my mom gave this to me 2 years ago, and I've yet to do it. It's a 23andMe.
But you're going to be at that in Overland Park? Do I know Bobby? Yeah, I'll be there.
What's up, dude? I saw you at PlanetCon. What's up, man? But my mom got me one of these because my biological father is actually like part Native American, and my sister, like she got like less than 1% on hers. And you would think because we're both, we're brother and sister that we should have the same. The difference though is my sister looks exactly like my mom, like to a T, and I apparently look like exactly like my biological dad. So, which I've never met him, but he's Native American, and I've always wanted to see how much Native American I am. I just haven't done it yet. So I'm going to do it, and I probably am like less than 5%, but we'll find out. Who knows?
Wouldn't you be the same percent as your sister?
That's exactly what I just said, but I don't think so, because
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
No. You guys, if you both have the same parents,
science.
You're going to come out to be the
even
exact same.
When one of them looks more like their mom.
It's not about looks, though. It's about genetics.
Okay, well, We'll find out. We'll find out.
I'm good.
But he's not wrong, though. You can't beat science like that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to try to send this out here in the next couple of days.
You should do it right now. Show the people the process of 23andMe.
It's a saliva thing.
Yeah,
that's all you're doing.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on camera.
Yeah, that's terrible advice, Panda.
Thank you, Panda.
I think I have some of your DNA left in my car, so I'll just I'll send it.
All that heavy breathing on the window. I'm sorry.
Thank you also, Mike, for joining us.
I'm sorry. I've been busting chops. I'm a bad
friend. Thank you to the channel members. I'm not going to say them all because apparently you guys don't like me saying them all. But everyone in the family tier is entered to win the monthly Burke Box sponsored by the 616. And thank you to everyone in the friend tier as well. A link to every single person's name that you see on the screen, link to their YouTube or Instagram is in the description of all of my videos. So make sure you guys are following them and sub to them. Thank you again to everyone that is a supporter of the channel. Thank you to the 616comics.com as well for sponsoring that monthly Burke Box I just got done talking about. Make sure you guys check them out, the 616comics.com. They have awesome exclusive variants and awesome just regular comics and statues as well. Thank you again to Panda and Mike for coming on and hanging out. Thank you to everyone in the chat. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.